Good morning, children. Let us revise part 1 of the frigid zone. Look at this diagram, children. The areas around the poles have frozen surface and it is frozen all year round. And it is difficult for any life to survive. It is extremely cold here and is called frigid zone. It is covered throughout the year with ice. Look at the map. You will see that the northern frigid zone lies between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole, whereas the southern frigid zone lies between the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole. The northern frigid zone, that is the Arctic, includes the northern parts of the continent of Asia, Europe and North America. The southern frigid zone, that is the Antarctic, includes the continent of Antarctica. We studied about the features of the frigid zone. Now the first feature which we will revise today is the climatic feature. In the northern hemisphere, the climate is extremely cold and the land is frozen. The region has strong winds and blizzards during winter. Blizzards means it has snowstorms in winter. In summer, a little ice melts in some parts of Europe, Asia and North America. In the southern hemisphere, the land is covered with snow throughout the year. It has cold, windy and dry climate with hardly any new snowfall. The next feature is the natural vegetation. In the northern hemisphere, it is very difficult for the plants to survive because the land is frozen throughout the year. Here you will find dormant plants. What do you understand by the word dormant, children? Yes, dormant means plants who stop their growth, who grow little. They cease their growth for a period of time because of cold weather or dry climate. Such plants are called dormant plants. Plants like moss, lichen, berries grow here. In summer, small trees and bushes called tundra vegetation grow here. The word tundra derives from the Finnish word tunturia, meaning barren or treeless hill. In the southern hemisphere, there is no plant life because the land is frozen or it is barren. Barren means the land cannot produce vegetation. And the very small parts which do not get bad weather have tundra vegetation. Look here, children, this is moss, this is lichen and these are berries. Look at this picture, children. This is the tundra vegetation in Alaska. Alaska is in North America. This is the elephant seal and penguin. So children, today we will study another feature of the frigid zone, the animal life. Now children, in the northern hemisphere, you will find land animals and sea mammals. Animals which live on land and sea. And mammals means animals who have mammary glands. You will learn about the mammary glands in science. Animals who give birth to their young ones are mammals. Have you all seen some animals feed milk to their young ones? Can you name such animals? Yes, cows, dogs, cats, goats, elephants. They give birth to their young ones and they also feed their babies with milk. They are all mammals. In the northern hemisphere, You will also find birds and butterflies. You will find mosquitoes and black flies in summer. But there are no reptiles found in the frigid zone. Now in the southern hemisphere, you will see animals like the elephant seal and different kinds of whales. Then migratory seabirds. Migratory means birds who move from one place to the other due to the change in season. You will find birds like albatross, petrels, terns, cormorants. These are types of birds. You will find penguins here. Penguins are also called flightless birds, means they cannot fly. All birds have wings and they can fly, but penguins are unable to fly. So they are called the flightless birds. Look at these pictures, children. These are the animals in the frigid zone. Walrus, polar bear, reindeer, Arctic hare, elephant seal. You all know, children, some animals go in hibernation. Hibernation means they sleep throughout winter. And some birds migrate, means they travel from one place to the other when the season changes. Look at these pictures, children. These are the pictures of the birds in the southern hemisphere of the frigid zone. We are not familiar with these names, but try to remember these names: albatross, petrels, terns, cormorants and penguins. Penguins you must be knowing. Remember these names, okay? We will now study about the people living in the frigid zone. In the northern hemisphere, people live only in the coastal regions. Coastal regions means places near the sea. Their main occupation would be fishing and hunting. Now tell me, why do people live near the sea and not far away from the sea? Yes, because the other places are frozen. So there is nothing to eat in such places. So in order to get food, people live in the coastal regions where at least they get seafood to eat. In the southern hemisphere, people don't stay here permanently. Why? Because the area is covered by snow throughout the year. A few people who visit there are only the tourists and researchers. Many countries, also India, have their study stations. Study station means they have a place where people can go and find out things and facts about the frigid zone in the southern hemisphere. People there go there to study about the weather and some other climatic changes. Now we will move on to the other part of our lesson, that is the Arctic zone. Do you remember, children, in chapter 9, Seasons, we read that this region experiences 6 months day and 6 months night. And why does this happen? Yes, because of the tilt of the Earth's axis and the revolving of the Earth around the Sun. Now the polar regions means the places which are on the poles have 24 hours day and 24 hours night. The sun rays do not fall straight on the region. Look here, the sun's rays do not fall straight on this region. The sun's rays are very weak and they do not have much heat. Hence, the region continues to be very cold even in summer. When the northern hemisphere has continuous daylight in June, the southern hemisphere will be dark. And in December, the northern hemisphere will be dark and the southern hemisphere will have day. Got it? Look at this picture, children. This is the picture of the sky in the frigid zone. Sometimes the sky at night is lit up by arcs, bands or patches of red and green lights. These are called polar lights. Isn't it looking beautiful, children? Yes, this dark sky looks very beautiful. These lights are called aurora borealis in the northern hemisphere and aurora australis in the southern hemisphere. Some parts of the northern frigid zone are called the light of the midnight sun because the sun never sets at certain times of the year. Children, we will stop our lesson here. In the next video, we shall study about the nature's way for animals, change in traditional life and the environment. Till then, you will read the lesson and take care of yourself. Bye children.